Curiosity, excitement, possibility. These are the things you feel as you view your newly created world. A world that is yours to do with as you wish. And as that world of yours is generated before your eyes and C418's music kicks in, you begin to work. Perhaps this time you will settle down in a village, build some walls, and live a peaceful life. Maybe a lavish home on the beach will do, or a treehouse on the tallest tree you can find. It's all up to you. And that's the core of what makes this game so great, and why it ascended to become the game of a generation. My generation. I'm Old and Gold, and this is my experience with a little game called Minecraft. My experience with Minecraft began back in 2011. A great year for games, with fantastic games like Skyrim, Dark Souls, and of course Minecraft releasing. I had heard of Minecraft before this point, however, and I had even played the in-browser demo they had on Minecraft.net so long ago, but I didn't really experience the game until 2011. Back then, I was only around 9, and the hot topic at school was this cool new game called Minecraft. I heard from my friends about the crazy stuff you could do in that game, that you could build anything you could dream of. This fascinated me like no other game before and got me excited about what I could possibly create in this game. So, like any child with no money, I asked my parents for the game, to which they responded with a resounding no. I would continue to ask every day from then on, each with the same response. I would begin to watch YouTube videos on the game to satiate my appetite for this game of blocks. Fully immersing myself in the videos I watched, I would make mental decisions about what I would do instead of the person playing. Maybe moving the house closer to the water, or building it taller so it would tower over the surrounding area. Even when it seemed like no matter my insistence, my parents would not get the game for me, I was content with watching my videos and imagining myself playing it. Until one day, after returning home from a long day of school, my mom somewhat nonchalantly told me that we now own Minecraft. Rushing to the family computer, I saw it, that lovely grass block shortcut. And as I started that game up, a new chapter of my life started as well. For the next 6 years, my life revolved around this game. I watched people play Minecraft in long-running series like Yogscast's Tekkit and Etho's million-part series. I listened to Minecraft parody songs and cried during Fallen Kingdom along with everyone else. I played the game almost every day, and in class I thought of what I would build when I get home. All of my friends were like this as well. We discussed our building and exploration plans in class, and we would all rush home to play on the Minecraft server we had. I know people that now can expertly divide and multiply by 64, all because of Minecraft. And whilst playing single player was great, I always enjoyed the multiplayer experience more. My logic was that building something cool was one thing, but having the ability to show it off to your friends made it worth it. The server that I played on with my friends dominated my life in middle school. I had some of the most fun I ever had on that survival server. I took it too seriously sometimes, with my home, my kingdom, that I was responsible for. It made me feel adult. Far more adult than I feel now that I almost am one. You only really get one time in your life to feel like you have the responsibility of an adult without actually having any responsibilities. On this server, traveling from my house to spawn felt like a journey in which I had to use landmarks to navigate my way there. Even though it probably wasn't really that far, it felt like a great achievement when I made the round trip, using only my knowledge of the surroundings to navigate without any help. Despite the reputation that Minecraft had for many years of being a cringy child game, it made me feel and act more mature. When I wasn't playing on my friend's server, I played any different survival towny servers. I'd always loved city builders and resource management games, so survival towny was a dream come true. And whilst I personally never played many minigames, the significance of classic games like Skyblock, Bed Wars, and Hunger Games is too great to not mention them. All of these servers I went on over the years taught me more values and aspects about myself than school ever did. Building and gathering materials for my town showed me the value of working for others. Say I built a vast system of rails to transport people and goods around the town. Whilst it was a feat anyone could have done, the fact that I had done it and no one else had made me feel important and appreciated. I truly owe much of my values and personality to the many hours I put into this game. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you've noticed a massive resurgence of Minecraft both in number of players and in popular culture. From SMP Live with Carson and Jay Schlatt, to PewDiePie, it's 2013 all over again. This resurgence is great as people have begun to rediscover a game they love, but I'm sure some people must be wondering about how this happened and why. Well, allow me to show you a theory of mine I call the popular game revival. It will explain why I think this happened in a series of steps. So first, the game is released and it gains mass popularity. People are talking about the game, and it's mostly positive, with a majority of people enjoying the game. The time that the game stays on this stage is determined by many factors, but before long, the game's fanbase begins to be filled with younger players and starts to become, as the kids say, cringe. This causes the casual players to leave the game for new horizons, and the game is left to those young fans considered cringy. I would know, I was one of them. However, time moves on as it always has, and those cringy kids grow up into more mature people, and begin to talk nostalgically about the game. If the popular game has stayed in the general knowledge of those previous casual players, then they begin to reminisce nostalgically on the game as well. Then, now that many people are actively talking about the game again, it experiences a resurgence. That resurgence is what Minecraft is currently going through right now. Whether this series of events is a cycle or not, I do not know. Other popular games placed on this path would be the Call of Duty franchise on nostalgia, as they have yet to experience a massive resurgence. Personally, I feel Undertale might enter nostalgia within a couple years, and Fortnite finds itself firmly in cringe at the time being. RuneScape has also completed these steps and experienced a resurgence back when they re-released Old School some time ago. However, that resurgence wasn't as great as we are seeing with Minecraft now. This is just my hypothesis though. I hope you enjoyed my purely nostalgic ramblings on my experience with this massively influential game. I hope that it brought up pleasant memories of your own and maybe encouraged you to boot up a new game for the first time in a while. No matter if you join the resurgence and get into Minecraft again or not, what's important is that you enjoyed playing the game in the past, and you can look back on those memories with a smile.